do believe I'm notifying myself right here. So hello, gorgeous. How are you doing? I don't know what is going on with my video at the moment. It appears to be like in the corner of the screen or something. That's just weird. Hello, Robbie Measday. Hi, Chrissy M. DFT Bands. Hello. Why is my video like in the corner of the screen? What is going on? You think I could figure this out by now, wouldn't you? Apparently not. Bonnie da. Look at you all coming in here. This is so cool. Hi. So here's the thing. The show is a little different to what I had in mind. Originally, I was going to be doing a Fact Cow live type show. The day has kind of gone a little bit different. Hello, Kimberly Ball. The day has gone a little bit different to what I had in mind because, where do I start with this? So, I was going to be on the BBC earlier, and they were going to talk about feminism, which is fine, and they've been promoting the show for most of the week, and that's been cool. And then today I got back from Swansea, and I had a whole ton of hate from these random, well, apparently they're called TERFs, trans exclusionary radical feminists. Although I can't tell whether they like being called TERFs or not, because some call themselves TERFs and some don't, and it's all a bit weird. But they really took offence to the fact that I was going to be going on to television to talk about feminism. Now, here's the thing, okay? I was asked on specifically to give my views on what it's been like on both sides of the fence. This is, you know, my views as being a transgender woman, and before, when I was perceived as male, and now when I'm perceived as female, or some people seem to be confused and don't know what I am, but that's just people being strange. And so it was it was not like I don't know how anybody could be offended by somebody, you know, talking about their experiences. And yet, apparently, the TERFs were. They lost their shit. Long story short, and I don't want to go into it too much right now, I had to call the police. Actual threats against my family, my cats, I mean, creepy, threatening to meet me at the studio. I mean, what the hell? So yeah, so that was happening. So that was my afternoon. How are you guys? Who's Fanda? Why are you being weird? Are you new, Fanda? Speaking of cats, Amber is here right now, and she seems to enjoy the outside. Look at that. I know, Chrissy. It was bonkers. So, yeah, I don't really know, you know, what the deal is there. There's got, yeah, Fanda, you don't ask those sorts of questions from people. That's just weird. So there was, oh, then again, I did say ask me anything, so I guess that's fair. Yeah. So yeah, that was really odd. And it's a funny thing, because I talk about haters and I talk about hate comments quite a lot in the whole, in the channel, okay? And usually most of the abuse I get is from, like, knuckle-dragging idiots, and they're fairly anonymous. And so it's just, you know, as I've said before, who cares what those sorts of people think? Because they're just like, you know, seriously, who cares? But these are people that were very close to home, that seem to know me, and we're talking about going, you know, taking things further. So yeah, yeah, police were involved. So how mad is that? No, I know, Fanda, I know you're not hating. It's just, Look at my other content and all will be revealed, I promise you. And it's fine. Normally I don't mind asking questions. It's just right now I'm in the middle of ranting about weird feminists doing all the hating. So, you know. Tell you what, let me give you the short story. I'm transsexual. I haven't had that surgery yet, but it's on the cards. But I have had lots of other surgery and it's all been quite exciting and I've got loads of videos about it. So, hey, there you go. Oh, it's okay, guys. It's fun. You know, it's a funny thing. There's a really odd thing about being transsexual. Almost anybody else, you can't ask people the size of their vagina, the size of their cock. All of that stuff is not cool. You can't ask other people about their genitals. However, apparently, if you're transgendered, you're fair game. People can ask you anything they want about your genitals because apparently that's just asking. That's the world we live in, boys and girls. So, you know, I'm kind of used to it. It's all fine. And it's one of these things where I can't, you know, as much as I want to educate people on being like, really? Would you ask that of somebody else? You know, like, hiya, love, nice bum. How big's your fanny? You wouldn't normally do that sort of thing with people. But, yeah, as transgender people, we're kind of, a lot of people don't really see us as human, so we kind of get used to being asked massively inappropriate questions that people wouldn't normally ask other people. You know, it's okay. I'm not a snowflake. I'm kind of used to all of that sort of stuff. It's all fine. No, Fanda, I can't do that. You're in the wrong place. I'm not helping you sub for sub. How random is my world? Very random, it seems. So, yeah, so today, oh hell, this show is completely off the rails. So here's the thing, okay? I'm running this software called OBS, which does, like, it's a live streaming application that I use. And I'd planned to put these new graphics on, and we were going to be doing, like, an intro video and all this cool stuff, and I've got some cool music to play as a sound bed, and it was all going to be awesome. And then today just went to hell. Today got so derailed by random stuff that, yeah, what can I say? You know? Yeah. No, Fanda, this is, you're going to do your own channel. Dude, seriously. Yeah. So I don't know, I really don't know now. I don't know. I had some really good video clips. Let me see if I can get some video clips up. How are you guys seeing me, by the way? Are you seeing me in the middle of the screen? Because I'm looking at my YouTube video, and I'm kind of off at a jaunty angle, which is not at all how I'm supposed to look. How do you guys see me at the moment? Oh, okay, it's fixed now. That's good. Hooray! Hooray for being fixed. This is so shonky this week. Yeah. I wonder if that'll work. That might work. Actually, can you hear music in the background? Is the music even working? Hang on, I'm going to turn my preview on. Any good video clips? Let me see if I can get some video clips in. How are you guys seeing me, by the way? Are you seeing me in the middle of the screen? Because I'm looking at my YouTube video, and I'm kind of off at a jumpy angle, which is not at all how I'm supposed to look. Yeah. How do you guys see me? Music isn't even playing. Oh, okay, it's fixed now. That's good. I'm so shoddy. I was just playing myself, so you'd have myself all in loop. Ah, Kimberly Ball sent me a screeny. Thank you, Kimblebubs. How are you doing? Ah, Dr. Stan, how are you? Oh, you do hear it. Ah, God. This is live streaming, see? Because, you know, because this is where all the pros come out to play. and I just ordered one of those breakfast yogurts because I don't know why. I just started to get right sweaty. And yeah, that was like, that all happened. Blueberry Starshine, hello you. Am I for or against? No, I'm for feminism. I'm against any radical ideology that attacks others instead of educating. I'm against any ideology, be it religious or you know, social. Absolutely 100% against any activity that uses attacking people as part of its modus operandi. But feminism, and this is not the turf version of feminism, but actual feminism, I'm all for that. Louder! Pizza or burgers? Oh my goodness. Can I have a pizza burger? Can I have like a burger with pepperoni on it? Does that count? That's a thing. What, louder? Pizza burgers! Can I have a burger with pizza on it? Was that loud enough? Or was that breaking the microphone? Is that even what you meant? I'm guessing it's not what you meant. Yeah, so why isn't my video thing playing? It does depend where from. I absolutely agree. What's my favorite? What's everyone's favorite? What's everyone's favorite pizza topping? Oh, here's a good one. Pineapple on pizza. Crime or perfectly fine? Crime or fine? Donut burgers. Yes, Paul. Donut burgers are just full of win, I think. Although they're a little bit decadent. It's a good word, isn't it? Decadent. We like decadent. Yeah, exactly, Blueberry. Bird's Burger Pizza. Pizza the Hut is cool. Well, I had a BK yesterday, and it made me feel ill. It felt kind of like fatty. I think it was like, I don't know if it was deep fried or anything, but it was right fatty. Isn't it? Oh, see, now we're in the debate. Now we're asking the tough questions. Oh my gosh. So this is probably going to be crime or fine. I agree, Kimberly Ball. I think crime or fine could definitely be a thing. So here's what's going to happen tonight. Okay, the stuff that I had lined up, and I'm looking at my. So on this screen, which is right here, I got 3 screens, bigger than my arms. Here's what I was going to do on this screen. Is I had some video clips lined up, and I had some. Like I was going to do like a Fact Cow live, and that was going to be really good, and so many good things. Costume CEO, how are you? Welcome to the show, and so all of that kind of went to hell, unfortunately, because of the events of today. However, now that I'm doing this, I think I could possibly do a video based on the events of today, because that would make for some great content, I think. What do you think? I mean, I gotta be careful. There's some things I can't obviously say because it's a potential police case, but I can say the stuff that's public, right? That's fine. Yeah. Leanne Davis, how are you? Big cheesy smile right there. Oh, I wonder. Okay, look, guys, bear with me. And I guess I may lose a ton of people right here because I'm going to try something. But I wonder if I can... Oh, no, that's going to... It's going to catch fire and burn if I try and do that. See, so here's... Okay. I'm going to run this out there, okay? I'm going to run this up the flagpole and see what you think. Because you guys who are watching right now, you guys are the most gorgeous of all the people because you're here even when the show is really shonky. So here's the plan, okay? You may have seen the Fact Cow news show that I do. I'm very happy that you're here, Costume Co. Very happy indeed. So what I'm going to do is like a live version of Fact Cow. So the video clips that I run through the news show, I'm going to keep some back and we're going to look at them and we're going to watch them live on this show. And I'm also going to do like a sort of highlights of the other stuff that have been going on. Like, I don't know if you can tell because I think that key light is a little bright right now. But I am currently wearing all of the MAC Spring Collection. Right here on my face. This is what the MAC Spring Collection looks like. But I'm looking at my preview screen right there. And I think my key light is a little too bright because I look a bit pale. And I'm not. I'm contoured like a bastard. I'm nailing this look. But on camera, I'm thinking not. So my lighting is too bright. Although, do you think we could invent brighting? Okay. What do you think? What do you think of that? What do you think of that format? Is that something we can play with? Is that something? Do you think we're gonna Fact Cow live? Do we like that? This is really bizarre because I can see my preview screen and it's a few seconds behind what I'm doing. So my preview screen and my peripheral vision, I'm waving my hands around like a lunatic. Yeah. Does she? I like Mama of Kimberbub. Kimberbub's mum is lovely. Yes, she is. Oh my god. It is a little bright. I agree. Never work with animals, children or cheap video lighting. How's this? Oh, now my light is jaunty. Let's see how this pans out. Contoured like a bastard. Yeah. Costume Co, your comment got flagged. I had to approve it. Lol. Because I said like a bastard. But that's okay. We can swear in this channel. We can say that... Oh, that is not a flattering view of me adjusting my lights. I'm just watching that back. Sorry. I turned the knob the wrong way. And let's be honest, nobody likes having a knob turned the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I am crypto cruising. I am... Oh, blinds. I've got electric blinds, okay, which open and close as if by magic, electromagically. And for some reason, the light is at that weird twilight phase where my blinds can't decide whether it's night or day yet. So they're opening and closing on their own. Yeah. Also, I smell slightly sweaty, which is probably... I'm probably over-delivering the content on that one, I think. See, here's the thing, and girls, you've all been here. You got all your makeup done, but you also know you need a shower. What do you do? Is there a way of showering without all your makeup coming off? Because, you know? Oh, can you see the highlighter? I know. Well, I've got a video. So here's what I shot today. Here's today's video. And Sean and Robbie, this probably isn't going to be of interest to you guys, but everybody else is going to be down with this one. Hey, MJ. So here's what happened today. I went to... My light's falling over again. I went to Mac and I had an official makeup lesson. So we did a makeup tutorial. And then... we went through the spring Mac collection. Did highlighting, did eyeshadow, did all the cool stuff. Festival wash. Oh, really? Well, I've done that before. I've done a baby wipe shower. When I had my boob surgery, I couldn't shower because obviously all the bandages would fall off. What is trans? I'm a transsexual, MJ. Transsexual is somebody who is now a different gender to that they were born. Now, in my case, it's a little more complex. Endocrinology speaking, my chromosomes are female, but I developed with male parts. I have de la Chapelle syndrome. But generally speaking, a transsexual is somebody who transitions to the other gender at some point in their lives. Baby wipes, absolutely. And thank you for loving my channel. I love it too. And I love all you gorgeous people because you're all amazing. Wow, so many words. Well, I'm going to be doing... Here's the thing, okay? Here's the... Oh, light, stop falling over. Boob shot. So here's... I've really got to fix this for the next show. I'm actually a qualified makeup artist. My blinds are closed again. But I've spent such a little amount of time actually doing my own makeup that I'm not terribly good at it. So, but I really want to introduce makeup because my artistry is actually quite good. And I'm quite good at looks and colours. And I love fashion, although I tend to just throw whatever fits and is comfortable on. I actually know quite a lot about fashion too. So what I'm trying to do is like a crash course refresher type thing, and then bring all that into the channel because I think, and I'm guessing you were in a similar position to me, that most of the YouTube channels, most of the creators deal for a very young audience. And that's fine. And that's fine, but I don't think there are that many people who deal at a slightly older audience. And it's not that I want to age anybody, but I'm nearly 50. And some of the looks that I see the really, really big channels doing, I can't really pull off. Even with a facelift, fact is, I'm still a little too wrinkly, right? So, I'm okay, I'm going to get some Botox shortly, but I still need to go for a slightly more mature look. I don't want to, but it's just with all the product in the world, you know, right? So I want to pitch my channel in that I'd love to be a guest, Costume Co. I love your channel. By the way, to everybody watching, subscribe to Costume Co. because what a cool channel. And it's really nice to see a different channel. So go and check it out because it's amazing. Yeah. So I just think we want to. It's tough. It's tough. But I want to grow my channel too. I'm kind of passionate about it. I've been doing YouTube now. I've got several YouTube channels, but this is the first one that I've really been passionate about. And the blinds have opened again. FML. And I really want this to be a thing. And I think I'm over. Early on, I had quite a few friends who were not really behind it. But now that I'm still doing it, and it's nearly 2 years on, and I'm still grinding, and I'm still putting the shows out, and I've got 2 amazing people doing the editing, and it's starting to grow. It's starting to become a thing. And if you've watched my most recent videos, they're pretty good, right? I mean, I'm actually proud of the content I'm putting out now. And I'm over the moon with some of the talent I've got helping. So, you know. Did I have a revision to the full or mini gastric bypass? So I had a mini gastric bypass. Prior to that, I had a gastric band, which was awful, by the way. And then a year last January, I had a mini gastric bypass. And not counting the first 48 hours, it's the best thing I've ever done. Now the first 48 hours were absolute hell. I would have, if somebody had come up to me and said, "Do you want to die?" I'd have been, "Go on then." Because honestly, after the mini bypass, just from dehydration sucks. It was the worst. But then afterwards, when I wasn't so fat anymore, yay! So you know, that happened. I am really thirsty, and look, empty can. Note to self, make sure I have plenty of drink before doing the show. Hi Byron Elliott, thank you so much. My blinds have now closed again. Really? Blinds? Is it too much to ask? Trying to work here? You just can't get the staff. Well, editors you can. Maybe I need to hire editors to come and make my blinds open and close properly. Is it weird that I would love to have a legion of minions? Did I say that out loud? So anyway, let's see. What is the next topic for conversation? Oh, I sounded awfully Welshy then, didn't I? And then I just did sound Welshy again. Oh my god, why have I just sounded Welsh? This is what happens when I'm off script. I can't even find where my script is at the moment. It's in Dropbox, and I've turned Dropbox off. I've turned syncing off because I want to keep on my bandwidth for the stream, and my script is actually on the computer downstairs, not syncing. I have 2 pets, 2 little cats called Amber and Tilly, and they're ever so pretty. My blinds have opened. Can you hear the blinds opening and closing in the background? They're pissing me off. This is why now I've just spat at my microphone. This is the worst show ever. Just saying. Alright then, let me see. Wow, la 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 la. Disney World or Disneyland? Oh, Kimberly, don't ask me that. Because, you know how I feel. You know, that's mean. Disneyland. And I think you might feel the same way. I don't know. Mini bypass. Did it thin my hair? Yes, it did, actually. All the hair. So, let me show you on camera. Come closer. Closer. A little bit closer. There we go. So, what you're looking at there, the hairline in front is my natural hair. And then the hairline there, that's a weave. So, this is all weaves. It's kind of like... it's very common with African American women. It's because they people who have very, very curly hair. So this is everything you're looking at here is a weave, and then my natural hairline is quite fine and fuzzy at the front. Well, actually, I suffered when I was in my teens. I had really bad male pattern baldness, so I lost most of my hair. Then I've had some hair transplants, which have recovered it pretty well, to be fair. But I still couldn't do this without some assistance, hence the weave. I love cats too. Cats are awesome. Halloween Horror Nights is awesome. It's made of magical pure win. And if ever you're in a chance to go... No, I'm not joining your live stream. If ever you're in a chance... What the hell am I even saying? If ever you have a chance to go to Halloween Horror Nights, ideally in Florida, but it's also very good in California, yay, then go to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights, because it's amazing. Do I do my nails? I do not, but I'm very lucky that I know someone who does, although they're currently growing out quite badly and they need to be infilled. I know, Stranger Things, right? That is going to be so cool. So here's the thing. If we get 20 people in the channel, I really want to go and get a drink. But if I go and get a drink, you all bugger off. Because, you know, that's how fickle people are. Wonder what I can do to stop people disappearing when I just go and get a drink. I could play some elevator music. No, I have not. I don't believe in biotin actually does anything. I'm not convinced in herbal remedies. We have, there's, to quote Tim Minchin, we have a name for herbal remedies that are proven to work, and it's called medicine. So I don't think biotin does anything. Although I'd be happy to be proved wrong. Right then, Beanie Draws from the future. Look at you coming straight in. Everybody, if you love dinosaurs and you love drawing, go and subscribe to Beanie Draws, because he is a boss at go and look at his content and then come back in a minute. I'm not going to get a drink. Oh, hang on, we answer Brian first. Byron, sorry Byron. What videos are coming up? Oh, I've got loads. I'm going to tell you about my videos coming up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about my videos upcoming. I can't even fucking talk. Be right back. I'm going to get a drink. Sorry, this is the shoddiest show ever. Beanie, do me a favour. Beanie is awesome. Beanie will entertain you through the medium of dance while I'm away getting a drink. Be right back. I'm coming! Don't leave! I'm coming! I'm nearly here. Fuck. Whew. Look at you guys all stayed. Oh, we even gained one. Woohoo! That's awesome. Although in my preview it's still just BB-8 keeping everyone entertained. Nice emoji. I need to catch my breath. Oh. I'm fucked. But look at the size of my drink. Ah, it's a monster. Oh, I even slurped. Well, thank you for staying. Oh, thank you. You're the best. You're the best. Oh, no problem. I like God's show. He's good. Yeah, I like God. Thanks for coming by, Crypto. Thank you so much. Right then, let me scroll back. Here I is. This is really bizarre because I'm reading a delay. So what have I got coming up? Right then. So, here's what I've got coming up. I have an eyelid trainer. I kid you not. I'm spitting on my microphone here. I'm spitting bits of cereal on my microphone. Almost got enough for breakfast. Right, I've got a face trainer, which... No. I'll get back to that. I've got an eyelid trainer, which basically looks like... it's like a pair of glasses, right? But you put them under your eyelids and they shape your eyelids. I don't even know I've tried putting it on, and it basically puts like pins in your. I don't know who this is aimed at. Masochists, possibly. It's bonkers. So I have one of those off of Asia. I can't wait to show you this one. A home threading kit, but it's, you know, like threading. Now, guys, you're not going to know what this is. Girls, you know, okay? Threading. And this is the kind of thing you only want to have done by people who know how to do threading. This is a machine that you do threading with. Bye, MJ. Thanks for stopping by. And it is. It looks like. Have you seen the film Naked Lunch, when the typewriter turns into a beetle? It kind of looks like a prop from Naked Lunch. So that's coming. Let me see what questions have we had. Questions. I agree, Beanie. We need more dancing emojis. There's a serious lack of dancing, yeah. How much have I lost? So, Beanie, you know everything. In total, I have lost 17 stone. At my heaviest, I was 32, 34 stone. I wasn't up there for long. For most of the time, I was around 27 stone. I'm now down to 18 stone, which is still quite heavy, but I'm also 6 foot tall and I do bodybuilding. So I'm going to show, you can see I've got a collarbone, and I've got a fair bit of muscle here. Although this is really the wrong top, a Bardo top doesn't really show that. So I'm actually I think about 16 stone with my current muscular build, my current muscle build will give me quite a nice aesthetic, I think. That's what I'm aiming for, you know. And yes, that's exactly like, it looks like it should be branded Clockwork Orange by one, because that's exactly what I'm thinking of. It looks like it's something to pin your eyes open for some sort of torture. Let's see, so there's that, there's threading. I have a home facial airbrushing sponge, which you use with any moisturizer, and then you use this device to airbrush your face. Now, I've got an actual airbrush makeup kit, which is really good, I'll be honest, but it's very messy and it's a real potch. Airbrushing makeup is fine if you're doing Dill, 1 stone equals £14, so that's about 280 pounds, something like that. So yeah, muscularity, that's a good word. I like that word. Yeah, so it's like an airbrush for makeup, but it looks really impractical. Now, if you're a professional makeup artist and you're doing like a lot of extras, you're doing a production line, then yes, airbrushing is awesome and it's fast. But the setup and cleanup time, nah. And then I've got, this looks like a party game. It's a face trainer, but it's basically, it looks like the face of a sex toy, should we say, a blow-up inflatable doll. And you put this thing in your mouth, and then your mouth makes you look like you've got the face of a sex toy. And apparently that trains your face for blowjobs. I don't know, but honestly, it's the stupidest thing since stupid. So that's, I'm going to be reviewing that. That's coming. And that certainly is a WTF show. Yeah, make no mistake. Let's see, trans content. I've got, well, I'm probably going to do a video on today, because that was a crazy day, not going to lie. Yeah, I just want a makeup gun, that'd be awesome. I've got, here's the other one I've got, is a video, the title is called Am I Trans Enough? And it's really odd because I get like really odd attacks. So I get people from religious groups mostly, and more recently feminists, radical, TERF feminists, that hate me because I'm trans. But then I get people in the trans community who don't like me very much because I've got Dil Chappelle syndrome. So they say I'm not trans enough to represent trans issues. I'm like, guys, seriously, give me a break here. I can't win. Nobody wants me on their team. I feel like the fat kid in school when everyone was picking teams, Let's see, and I speak from experience there because I was the fat kid in school and everyone was picking teams. And unless we were playing a game called Bulldog, which basically involved running at other people, which if you were fat at that point was an advantage, then I didn't get picked very often. That being said, I didn't help because I also didn't know the rules. Things, you see, here's the thing, okay? I was never really interested in sporting. Anything that involved sport things, which basically meant Team A had to do sporting better than Team B, so that then Team A would win. Or Team B would try and do sporting better than Team A, so then they would win. I didn't. Here's the thing. And look, even though I'm Welsh, I'm one of the few people in Wales that wasn't born knowing all the rules to rugby. I also don't know the rules to cricket. I have no idea what an offside rule is. American football just baffles me. That's just lots of people having a cwtch and occasionally kicking a ball around. Don't know what's going on there. Tennis, apparently it has scores like loves. Why would? How do you know who's won by who has the most love for the other guy? It just seems like really weird. So yeah, I don't really understand the rules of sports. I do understand the rules of motor racing. That's fairly straightforward because you have a line and it's the first one to get to it. So that's pretty simple. I'm good with that. Other than that, sport is a mystery, I'll be honest. I'm honestly, Costume Corps, honestly, trans is so discriminated against. It's just, you know. Yeah, exactly, Robbie. See? So that was the good thing about being big playing Bulldog, because you were just like, rah, you just bulldoze your way through. That was good fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah, radical feminists are strange. I honestly think radical feminism is hurting everyone, because now, when I say I'm a feminist, people seem to think that I support that, you know, that radical feminism, and I'm like, no, absolutely do not. The whole exclusionary thing is just, it's abhorrent. I don't understand this mentality of I'm all right, to hell with everybody else. I detest that. To my detriment, I sincerely think I'm somebody that wants everyone to have whatever they want, and I like to think I put effort into helping people as much as I can. Lately, I'm becoming a little less like that, mainly because it tends to not backfire, but whatever, I won't go into it. But you know, as I'm getting older, I'm becoming a little more cynical. But I do want everyone. I always try to help people. I do. I think I do. So when I find these groups of people that only want to help themselves, I just don't understand. I just can't. That mentality is alien to me. I don't get it. You know. And yeah, radical anything. It's the same whether it's religion, whether... I mean, we had a thing locally to us, which, if you know me locally, we had a prison group. There was a plan to build a prison nearby. No, I don't particularly want a prison in my backyard, but I also understand that we have to have prisons somewhere. And if ours is if nearby is the best location, then fair enough. Somebody's got to have a prison, right? So while I would be like, if somebody said, "Do you want a prison?" I'd be like, "No, not particularly." But if somebody said, "Oh, but yours is the best place," I'd be like, "Well, that sounds fair. Okay, then let's have a prison." But there was a large group of protesters that just made up so many lies and excuses and actually attacked people who weren't against having a prison. They became, if you like, radical. And as soon as you do that, you kind of lose, because when they put up signs of pictures, and they put pictures of coal dits up to illustrate what a prison is like. It's not a prisoner of war camp, you know. It's not even a particularly tough prison. So once people start doing this negative campaigning, it really turns me off, and I think it turns a lot of people off. And if you're not from the UK, you'll have heard of a thing called Brexit that we had recently, and if you're American, you'll have seen like Trump recently. And regardless of whether you're for or against Trump or for or against Brexit or any of these things, I think the recent campaigning we've had, which has been a really bitter, divisive, and frankly, campaigns full of lies, from all candidates. You know, I'm not singling people out here, but the way people are abusing and manipulating the media at the moment to make people have these strong views and leverage those views into believing it somehow applies to a candidate or a cause. I detest that. I detest that. And both parties are guilty of it, of using negative campaigning to get their point across. Man, it annoys me. But I digress. British Cook in the house. Who's joining? Let's see. Oh, it's a really good drum kit. It's a TD30, Sean. It's so the brain there is a TD30, and then I have the tom and the bass tom are Concert V Customs. The 3 smaller toms are regular V toms. It's a concert hi-hat, a concert ride, and then the crash and the main cymbal are standard V drum cymbals. So it's a bit of a hybrid. So the main drums are part of the TD30 custom concert kit, which are the expensive ones, and then the others are filled up just with standard drums because it doesn't really make much of a difference. And yes, we should do a collab. That would be cool. Ah, la 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 la. Let us see. Hi, RPM Nexus Gaming. How are you, my friend? Good to see you in the channel. Hi, British Cook. I was on your channel earlier. It was so cool. I love this. And you know what, guys? Okay. Yeah, and this is the thing. Politics come and go. People don't like politics, and I try to avoid doing politics too, I'll be honest. But you know, it just, I get it. It happens, you know. Although, yeah, radical dinosaurs would be awesome. Here's the thing, and if you're in the YouTube group, and I know a lot of us here are, we join in Nick's group and we join in Brian's group. We have such a tight little gang, a community there, and it's awesome. And you guys who aren't in the YouTube community, you should join us just to join in, because you'll get a buzz of what's going on with the whole YouTube thing. And I mean, help me out here, guys, but I mean, how much do you love the live streaming and the sense of community that we have, of all helping each other and striving to grow channels? And you know, and honestly, my friends don't get it. They just don't see how cool it is, and I want everyone to, because it's amazing. And I mean, who's coming to VidCon, by the way? I'm going to VidCon in June, in just, gosh, only about 8 weeks or something now. Who else is coming to VidCon? I have, Dill, absolutely. So getting off the point and onto another point, family BC, absolutely. So Boomings, I'll get back to that one now. So yes, Dill. So here's my current plan. So I've just had a facelift. I'm currently penciled in for a leg thigh revision and lift and liposculpture on the 23rd of May. But I would really like to get my arms done before that. And if I do, that'll mean the 23rd of May is going to be a little too close. So my leg lift may get pushed back if I can get cancellation to do my arm and abdomen. Now my abdomen work is going to be the biggest one, but because abdomens heal easily, and if you're squeamish, you may want to tune out, but if you're not squeamish, you're going to love this. I'm going to have my lower 2 ribs broken and reset to give me more of an hourglass figure. I'm having abdominal etching, which will help me enhance my muscles, basically. I'm having liposculpture and liposuction all over my abdomen and midsection. I'm having a procedure called an internal corset, which will tighten all the muscles around my abdomen, so it'll basically pull everything in to give me more of a figure. And then my upper body and arms are all going to be sucked. They're going to have a Dyson shoved in there and all the fat will be sucked out. And then the excess skin will be gathered up and tidied up. So technically that's bigger than a body lift, but a body lift also covers the legs. I'm having my legs done in a separate procedure. And then once the arms, legs and thigh revision is complete, I'm then going to be having fat transfer and butt implants. I'm not having a Brazilian butt lift because I'm a bariatric patient. So because my weight loss will always fluctuate, even though I've had bariatric surgery, one of the things people don't realise is I will always have a problem with food. The surgery prevents that problem from impacting my life. But if I had the surgery reversed tomorrow, in a few months' time, I'd go back to being extremely fat again. It doesn't cure my addiction with food, it just cures the symptoms, or rather the side effects. And I'm fine with that, you know. So then, yes, so in the next 6 months or so, yeah, I've got a lot of physical changes coming. And then next year, I'm going to be having my chin contoured here, my nose reset, some brow bossing done, permanent cheek implants to give me more of a cheek. So I'm basically going for that heart-shaped, you know, face. And then finally, it'll be off to Thailand for some new plumbing, shall we say. Ah, what do you think of that? I'll have a drink while I wait for the replies. Yeah, it does. I don't want to make light of it. The stomach does take a while to heal, but what I mean is I'll still be mobile. I'll have scarring and I'll have, you know, stuff going on, but it won't incapacitate me. It's just there. Whereas with the legs and arms, because there's such mobile limbs, there are complications are very common with stitching coming undone and, you know, what have you. The main reason I'm having my legs done in the UK is because like 1 in 3 thigh revisions to stitches fail. 1 in 3, and that's with the good surgeons. You know what I'm saying? So that in particular I want close to home because the risk is so great. Yeah, they can actually, Dale. Because it's all compartmentalized. There is a risk sometimes that they can't complete it all because of the risk of infection, but as long as they're working in different areas, sometimes they actually can. So I may have to have some of the contouring done on a separate, oh, excuse me, Windy Pops from Monster. Lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, there is sometimes they have to, if there's a risk of infection. But generally, because it's in different parts of the abdomen, they can work as they go. Bizarrely, it's the things like the abdominal etching, which by all, you know, is the tiny part that only takes about 10 minutes, are the ones which are the higher risk parts because of the infection risk. So yeah, there may be some elements I won't be able to have done in that single procedure. Yeah, 6 weeks is what I'm thinking. 6 weeks. Oh, now then. Here's something which, especially if you're into the trans content, you're going to like. Kathy Perez, who is a voice coach, is going to do a collaboration. We're going to do a collaboration video together. Now, if you're a transgender, you've probably heard of Kathy Perez, or if you haven't, you should. Especially if you're like me and have a really, really awful voice. Now, voice. So, my voice, as you can hear, isn't particularly feminine. However, if you could hear my original voice, I mean, I used to make James Earl Jones sound like a tenor. I'm just saying. My voice is a proper Valleys Welsh bass baritone. I had a very, very deep voice. So I've put quite a lot of effort into getting my voice to where it is now, but it still has some work to go. Okay, I mean, we noticed some comments earlier up in the thread where my voice just sounds masculine. It's not super masculine. I don't sound like, you know, an Avenger or something, but it needs work. So we're going to have a collaboration with Kathy Perez, and we're going to go through the sort of the coaching, the exercises, the training, and you will hopefully hear my voice change over the coming period. Thank you, Blueberry. I mean, see, now here's the problem with my voice. I don't think I have an unpleasant voice. I think the cadence of how I speak is quite well tempered. I think I speak with reasonable clarity and enunciation. I think my diction is quite good. But it's still a little masculine. I think it's soft. I think it's gentle. I think it's pleasant to listen to, I guess. Although it's very hard to be, you know, subjective. Is that the right word? What's the right word? Subjective or objective? I can never bloody remember with those two. Stupid similar English. But it's very hard to judge my own voice, see? Sidestep there. But I think it can be better. I do occasionally get misgendered on the phone, which is awkward. Oh, well, I don't see... This is the thing. My accent is Wenglish. It's clearly Welsh. I have a Welsh accent. But I don't have a musher accent. Now, the area we're from, I don't know if Kimberly, if you're still in the stream, but our natural accent is more, oh, what's happening then? You coming out after or what? That's kind of how we normally speak around here. What are you doing then? Oh, if I can have you now. It's that, you know, it's not a good voice, I'll be honest, okay? So I don't have that. I don't have a musher accent anymore. And that's because, basically, I had to change my voice because I don't work in Wales. I don't have any Welsh... I don't have any Welsh clients. I just don't, you know, work with Welsh people. And so what I tend to do is, when I'm travelling with America really, they don't know what I'm talking about. But even in London, I've had to work so hard to change my voice so that people understand what the hell I'm saying. That, yeah, it's become kind of Wenglish. Dill, can you now tell me more about, ping me a PM if you can do voice coaching. I'm always up for some voice coaching. I can raise my pitch. I have a little app which shows me the pitch that I'm talking on. It is good for comedy, and I can also sing duets with myself. I have not a particularly good singing voice, but I do have an extraordinary singing range. So I can sing the bass section right up to the contra section in a song. I've got I'm not quite in the soprano, but I'm in the alto section of my vocal range. So I can have loads of fun singing duets with myself, which is fun at parties and karaoke nights, I'll be honest. I think I have a gentle voice. It's just a little bit, I don't know. Like a BB-8 there in the background, like a boss. Looking on. He fell off the shelf the other day. So BB-8, that's actually the voice-activated BB-8. And he randomly comes on and runs around the place doing running around stuff, well, rolls. And I forgot. And I put him on the shelf. And I said something which activated him, and then he rolled off the shelf. Fortunately, he didn't break himself, so that's good. Can you teach me? I do. I'm also synesthesic. Now, I don't know if anybody knows what synesthesia is, but I perceive the world in colour. But even things like, so everything to me has a colour. Names, letters, musical sounds, I perceive them as colours. They don't actually have a colour. Sound, as you know, doesn't have a colour. But to me it does. As do people's names, as do days of the week. Monday is blue, Tuesday is yellow, etc. I can do a really good Meatloaf. Yeah, and I can do Bonnie. Because let's be honest, she's deeper than Meatloaf sometimes. So yeah, I can absolutely do Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I can do that really well. Americans don't know what bogans are. I don't know what a bogan is. What's a bogan? No, it sounds tasty. Can I eat it? Is it made of things with faces? Because if it is, I really want one. I'm very hungry. Just putting that out there. So many hunger I am right now. So, right then, let's see. So, the show is going to come up short this week because all my canned content I've forgotten about and is on my other computer because I turned off Dropbox because I am such an idiot. And I haven't done my graphics and I haven't done my titles. And I haven't done any of the stuff that I had planned to do for this show because I'm so tardy. Yeah, I don't know what a bogan is too. Come on, Beanie, tell us what a bogan is. So, but you know, I mean, are we talking about a thumbs up here? Are we liking? A Hogan is a scummy person, a chav, if you will. Yeah, that was a bogan. I could. Well, some of it I could. Names are... people's names. Like my friend Claire is yellow. My friend Kimberly is orange. She was here a few minutes ago. Her fiance Paul is blue. So people have names. Saturday is white. Different letters of the alphabet have different colours. So that's really odd. I still see colours as colours. I'm not colourblind, but I just see everything as a colour. So when I'm filing it, I file it as colour. And that's fine, except for I'm really bad at names. And here's where it gets weird. I can tell you with a high degree of subtlety and different shades what colour people I've met are. And I will form that colour within seconds of meeting someone. They'll have a colour and it hardly ever changes. And like infinite shades of that colour too. So I can remember people that I've met years ago by their colour, but I have no idea what their name is. I know, so it's not that practical, unfortunately, but it is handy if you, because I can play by, I want to say I can play by ear. My bass is over there somewhere, so I can play by ear quite well. But it's because I hear the notes in colour, so I just play the note that looks the same. I got in so much trouble in school when I had to. When I was, well, no, I didn't know how to. I thought, when I was a child, I thought everybody was synesthetic. I assumed everybody perceived everything the way I did. So, of course, when I'm talking to a teacher about how I change the colour of a P to make it into an R, they just think that I'm not all there, you know? Blueberry sunshine, I'm sure you do. I could do a whole show on what colour I see people as. But then that would be just kind of boring because people would want to see their own colour and not know anything else. I want smoked salmon and poached egg now. Like reading halos, I guess. But it's not based on any sort of perception of energy. It's my perception of the individual's personality. Which I suppose I've read about, you know, energy and auras, and I wonder whether it's just, you know, there's no juju about it, whether it's just because I mean, I don't know about you, I know animals can do this very well. They judge people in half a second, you know, and I think people possibly do too, from micro expressions, from their poise, from little things. I think most of us judge people very quickly, and then it takes a while to change our initial perception. So maybe that's what, you know, that sort of thing is. Because people come to a colour very quickly. Ah, right then. Well, I'm using OBS right here, and it's actually surprisingly easy. If my music is still playing, that's coming from OBS. I can do things like, let's see, I can turn, there we go. So I've just turned a text banner on at the bottom of my screen there. And then I can put text on that, although I haven't got it on at the moment. I can do things like, let's see, what else can I do here? I can play video clips. So if I wanted to play a video clip right now, I could turn on the media source, create a new source, and put a video file in. This could go really badly wrong, by the way. And I open up my video projects, which aren't fully edited, and what is, yeah, I didn't plan. Okay, scrub that, but I will do a video on how to use OBS, I think. So, okay, I got a question for you guys, okay? I put a video out last week on Friday actually, the new Panasonic HC-VX F1 camcorder, okay? What did you think of that video? Because I was very out of my niche. I haven't done many gadget reviews lately, but the video itself I thought was a solid video, and I love the camera. So I wanted, because, you know, I've got, well, there's a large number of us here, we all share our passion for YouTubing. I thought I'd put that out for basically, you know, the Nick and Brian squad. what did you think? Should I do a little more YouTube stuff? Because what I'd like, something I've been talking about doing with with Nick, is using me as a case study, because all the growth that my channel has had is since I've been working with Nick, and so I want to do more of how I've implemented Nick's advice, you know. But I also don't want to come across like I'm trying to be some YouTube expert here. While I think I'm competent at it now, it's only because I've learned from the people that we're all learning from, right? Good question, Dill. Yes, I certainly do, especially if I eat the wrong things. Here's a story which I've told before, and I shall tell it again because it's a good story, I think. One of the things that are bad for me to eat is fatty food. The other bad thing which is bad for me to eat is sugary food. As such, ice cream is really, really bad. A, because it goes straight through your stomach, because it's basically liquid almost straight away. And B, because it's full of fat and it's full of sugar. Okay? So as a bariatric patient, ice cream is possibly off the menu for the most part. Okay. Some time ago, I really wanted ice cream. And so I ordered a tub of Ben & Jerry's Finest. Caramel Chow Chow, I think it was, or something. Amazing ice cream. Delicious, delicious ice cream, right? And it made me extremely ill very quickly. Even though I was shoveling it into my face, I rapidly started having sweats, dumping syndrome. I was curled up in fetal. I wanted to vomit. I wanted to use the bathroom to the full extent of its capacity, shall we say. Okay? That's what happens if you eat sugary, fatty food with a bariatric surgery. It passed, because it does. It doesn't last long. I came back into the kitchen where I'd left the unfinished tub of ice cream, and my very first thoughts were, oh, ice cream. That is what bariatric surgery is in a nutshell. It stops you eating bad stuff by making you feel very ill. It doesn't stop you wanting to eat the bad stuff. Yeah. I do. I have many of those Panasonics. I have the 990. I have the first HD one and the second HD one. Well, coconut ice cream maybe. If it's not made with dairy fat, if it's low in fat, then it's okay. But I did have some of the protein Muscle Foods do like protein ice cream, and I had some of that, and that unfortunately made me quite ill too. So boo, boo to that. Yeah. I should do a little tour, shouldn't I, of my studio setup, because this is actually my office. This is where I work during the day. I just use the drums and my bass to, you know, to knot. But you can't really see the setup very well, and maybe that'll be interesting, because you're looking at, I mean, from where I am right here, that side of me are a pair of Tannoy M20 Gold Mark II studio monitors. Then I have my key light there, I have a G7 right there, and then a series of webcams along the top. I've just bought this, by the way. Put this down here, which is the new Logitech 4K camera. Yeah? Lovely, yeah? 4K. Had it in the week. It's a bag of shit. Can't even make it work properly. Don't know whether it needs a firmware update or a driver update, or I just don't know. Can't make it work properly. Anywho. And then over there is my Mac Pro, which is the cylinder one. Then down there is my gaming PC. And on the wall over there is a large TV. And over there is my server tower and RAID storage arrays. I've got 2 of those. And so this is where I work. This is my office. I'm a software engineer. I do software things. And also, if I move my microphone a little bit, I'm actually sitting on a treadmill. Let me see if I can. You will like this, I think. So if I press a button here, you're going to go away, okay? Because the desk is going to elevate. Bye. So that is my desk. I'm still sitting. So that's my desk at its standing position. And then I got a party trick, which I'm going to show you in a moment. My chair rolls back, voila, because it's on a dolly. And then if I pan this down, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm standing on a treadmill, which is under my desk. Do you see that? Right there? So now, when I'm working, I can turn on the treadmill, which I will now do. This is a first. Has anybody ever done a live stream on a treadmill before? Look at us breaking new ground. There we go. Live streaming and exercising at the same time. Look at that for a first. What do we think of that then? Huh? Oh yeah. I would jog, but I'm barefoot wearing a pencil skirt. That's not going to go well. Oh, so now I'm like, I'm still lean forward while I'm walking. I'm really wishing I hadn't done this now because I feel like I'm fairly committed to walking out this. What was I thinking doing this? Start here first. What do you reckon, guys? 5k? Kapow. That's so gross. Let's see. Initially, Dill, I would take it very, very easy. You will have consistency issues, shall we say, and you can't tell whether you just want to break wind or whether there's something a little more substantial going to happen. So I would take it very easy initially. A lot of the rules that you get about eating solid food and about being very careful, they're precautionary. Don't listen to the people who say you can't drink fizzy drinks anymore. Yeah, you can. It's absolutely fine. You just got to sip them, okay? They won't make your stomach explode or any of that nonsense. You'll just burp. But you've got to be very, very, very sensible with what you eat and drink. If anybody's joining the stream right now, they're going to be thinking, what the hell is going on? Why am I dancing in front of my camera? Right? Yeah, just learn what you can tolerate. Fizzy drinks are fine. I generally use a straw or I sip them very, very slowly. Leave them open so they go a little bit flat, but you'll be fine. Thank you, Namaya. I love this top too. It's actually from Bon Marché, I think it is. Show off some collarbone here. Look at that. I must say, one of the best things about weight loss is when your body starts to, you know, you see muscles and you see your shape starting to come. That's always nice. A desk, yeah, bed desks would be cool. This doesn't do that, unfortunately. But it is, yeah, but I kind of designed it myself. It's, I bought the hydraulic rams from, I can't remember actually. And I added them to a telescopic desk stand. And then I bought a treadmill. Let me tilt the camera down again so you can see. So what I've done, let's see if you can see that. So there is my Mac keyboard. My PC keyboard is here, which I can swap. And then under here is a keyboard tray. And that has the controller for the treadmill. So it's basically a normal treadmill that you would have on a stand. Yeah, this is true, Dill. But then the controller has been detached. It's on a cable, and it sits under the tray on a keyboard tray. And now it just fell off. One moment, Carla. And we're back in the room. Maybe that's what I could do. Maybe I could make wine while working in the office. That's profitable, right? So, right then, let's see. Well, considering I've basically made this up as we've gone along, it's been a bad stream. Kind of, you know, made up. Oh yeah, my props in the background, are they all game related? No. Yes, mostly. No, lots are. I have lots of props. Video games do feature a lot in no, Beanie, it's on a retractable drawer. It's a keyboard tray that I've put under the desk. So then I can pull it out, activate the running controls and slide it back in, because I don't run on this treadmill. It's actually geared for walking. Now, fun fact, most treadmills can't be used for walking. They overheat. They need to be very powerful. When you're running, because you're in the air a lot, the motor isn't overloading. But when you're walking, they have to shift your body weight constantly because you're usually in contact with the deck. So there's a lot more friction. So, you have to buy a high-powered treadmill, which is geared down to support walking, because you walk for hours. And here's the thing. I will walk for 2 or 3 hours a day. It's not a fast pace. I'm doing 1 mile per hour. I'm not breaking any records here. And you can see I'm able to work, I'm able to type, hell. I'm able to do a video stream. Oh, bye Costume Co. Thanks for stopping by. You have a great day too. I'll see you soon. Are you going to give up wine? You may have to. I can drink alcohol, but I am a very cheap date now. The alcohol goes through your system extremely quickly, and you get pissed on a shandy. Just saying. Yeah, it's true. You get addicted to buying new clothes. I absolutely love it. I really do. Okay, let's see. Do we have any more questions? Throw them out there, because if not, I'm going to wrap this one up a little early, because it's ever so shoddy. Although I'm so appreciative. Too many T's. That you guys have stopped by. It's awesome. So I'm going to wrap this one up a little early, but I promise next week will be much more slick. I'll have the graphics, I'll have the content, I'll have everything ready. It's just, I was being optimistic today, if I'm honest. So, you know. So do you have any more questions? Yes, it is Beanie Draws. It is 1.6 kilometers per hour. I tend to walk about 5k in about 3 hours. So I'm not setting any records, but it's calories. It's about 600 calories I wouldn't have burned from sitting down at my desk. And I've got a great chair. I mean, look at it over there. You can't really see, but it's a very, very, very good chair. It's a human scale, so it's like crazy adjustable, and you've got like so many adjustable things. Yeah, well, you're probably having to give up your wine, Dill. You just gotta, you know, get drunk very quickly. Finish your editing after this. I bet you're using a future version of Premiere Pro, aren't you? Yes, I do, Blueberry Starshine. I love that name. 6:30 to 8 GMT. So now until about a quarter of an hour from now. Do I ever accidentally... Let's try and read that again. Ah, yes. So, this is a really good question, actually. And it's one I'm not entirely comfortable with. Not answering, but how I feel about things. I think this is human nature, and not a good part of human nature. But there are times in my past where things haven't been cool. Very uncool. But you forget, as humans, I think we're incredibly good at adapting, at glossing over the cracks. You've all heard the Emperor's New Clothes thing, and I think it's human nature to make the best of things. So this is something that we do automatically. We don't dwell on the bad stuff. And as such, there are parts... I actually keep a photo frame in my living room, which originally started off as a photo frame, and it's got people like Camille Bazinet Leblanc, and just all kinds of CrossFit athletes, and really, attractive, aesthetically perfect sports athletes, women. And I've got some pictures of me being morbidly obese. However, when I put those photos in the photo frame, they were me right then, okay? And I used these photos to motivate me from here's what I look like, here's what I want to look like. Now I look far more like Camille Leblanc Bazinet than old me. But I still keep the old me photos in there because now they remind me of what I used to look like. And I can't forget that, because if you do, there's a risk of going back to it. And old me, seriously, you can find this stuff online. I'm going to do a video comparing old me photos. They're not good, you know. Do I ever misgender myself at the start of your... I kind of still do now, actually. There are some things that part of, conversation. They're just words, they're just phrases that are tacit. You don't even think about them. You don't really think about the gender attached to them. So I still do that. But I don't think of myself as male. Although I never did. I just lived as male. As I said, I've got the Chappelle syndrome. My chromosomes are female. So, although I didn't know that until fairly recently in the scheme of things. This is so weird chatting on a treadmill. And yeah, you're right, you can't change what happened, Beanie. I just try to... Yeah, just keep trying to improve, Yeah, I think you're right, Kimberly. I think there are certain things which I now... Going to the gym in the past was always something that never felt natural. Even though I did train all the time, and I think even at my heaviest, I think I was very fit for somebody of that weight. I know people who weigh less than that, who need mobility scooters and can't climb stairs and things. For my weight, I should have been one of these bedridden people that need fire engines to take them to hospital and stuff. But I trained and exercised. So I think I kept myself quite fit for my weight. But I always felt like an imposter at the gym. I never felt like I should be there. And I certainly always felt the people staring at me with that sort of, what are you doing in the gym, fatty? That sort of thing. Whereas now I feel I own my space in the gym now. I can lift some heavy weights. I can run on the treadmill. I've just started using the thing like a stair climber under a Jacob's ladder, which is basically an electric ladder. I think you're breathing out your arse in 30 seconds, And everyone, this is fit people. And I'm doing wall balls and burpees, and I'm doing proper Tabata. I'm back to doing a side split. I can almost do a front split again. So yeah, you kind of forget that a year ago I couldn't do any of that, because now I just do it in my gym routine all the time. But also I can remember that 10 months ago, I was in California, in Disneyland, actually in Universal Studios, and I went on the Harry Potter ride in Universal. And I had to have a word with myself, because I got into the chairs outside, which you use to see if you can ride. And since that ride opened, and I haven't told many people this because I was too ashamed, but I was going to America, going on holiday, pretty much every year, joining in with the conversations about how wonderful Harry Potter, the ride, was. I'd never ridden it. I was always too fat to ride. And people who go with me, have been to America with me, know that I haven't been on the ride, but I never made a secret of it. And people said, oh, isn't it brilliant? I was like, oh yes, a really good ride. I didn't know. I hadn't been on it. And it wasn't until June last year, when I sat on the fat seat outside, and the bar came straight down, green light, I was able to ride. It was really emotional because for years I'd wanted to ride this thing and couldn't, and suddenly I could. Awesome ride, by the way. So I mustn't forget that. I mustn't forget what, you know, what I'd allowed myself to become, and would go back to if this surgery was ever reversed. So, you know, that became deep. Where did that come from? Whoa. Any more questions? So yes, I do have to sometimes remind myself of where I came from. Indeed. Dark? Guys, dark? Whoa. I'll have a drink. I'm gonna burp. I'm trying not to burp loudly. Okay, well, if there's no more questions, I think we should wrap this one up. Thank you so much for joining in on the stream. I really appreciate it. I promise next week it'll be much more slick, and I'm not going to be walking on the treadmill next week. This was something I wish I hadn't started, not going to lie. So, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly love you guys. I love the fact you're spending your time. I think that's awesome. Thank you so much. So, it's fine, Byron. I will see you all in the very next show. Oh no, Paul. No. You're just like a giant of a man. Paul is like 8 feet tall or something, so, you know. Rides is hard. Right, I will see you all in the very next show. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I've now got to try to press the off button late. I've got to delay it, because otherwise I'm still talking and the show is finished. I will see you all in the very next show. Red Rocket Resells, you joined at the wrong point. I'm wrapping up the show. Thank you all so much. See you next time. You did miss it. You did miss it. I'm sorry. You're about an hour and a half towards the end. Good jib. I've now got to stand here and like not talk, just be quiet. Because here's the problem. When I press that stop streaming button, it actually goes back in time and stops the things I've said. So I've got to wait 30 seconds of just staring at the camera. I'm just going to wave us out. I feel like I should play some elevator music. God, it's tedious. Is it over yet?